All right. Pull this up. Here we go. I have a whole bunch of stuff here. I hate this stupid thing. It has options, but the options on it suck. It's like it doesn't make sense. The twisty way that you do stuff. I'll show you guys. There's a lot of stuff here, but I'll probably just try to like pull it up and talk about it. People can do their own version of it. People can, because like that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm like, I have some things that are like set in there, and then some things that were like Spirit was like, no, do this like last second, because a couple like a week ago I went around and I like saged the whole house, and I had like set directions in a thing that came to do stuff. It was like, use this, 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 and this, and I did all of that, and then I did this, and I was gonna like take this somewhere, and then I saw a thing today that was like, oh, there's another way you can use this. So I was like, all right, I'll use it and then send it there, like the rest of it. But it was literally like I wrote a note to my dad last night and was like, hey, this needs to go here, and like I gave him directions on where to like take it. And then tonight I ran down there when I saw the other thing, and I was like, no, and he was like, I'm like, but that's what Spirit does. It's like they send me weird, crazy things, and I'm like, I just listen and pay attention. Also, earlier in the week, before I like even really thought much about it, I gathered some things that like I have this broken wand, and I had like thought about fixing it because it's right on the line, but I'm never gonna fucking fix it. And you're supposed to give back to Spirit when you receive. So, you know, it's like you can make it an offering. You can also make it like a symbolic thing of like, this is representing all my broken pieces or the things that are wrong. So I have a couple of different things. I have this candle that when my sister made it, there was too much of the powder stuff that's in there for like coloring it, and so it wouldn't stay lit. But it's an abundance candle, and it's all still good. So I'm gonna bury it. And then what else? I had the moon deck because it's full moon. How's everybody doing? Come on, why does this always... Hello, hi. So I'm taking intentions from people, like some people paid a $5 donation to set intentions in. You don't have to do that. If you want to do one so to get included, you can. There's like the super chat thing. There's that listing on my website, listing on Etsy. It's like $5, and you can say 2 things you want to release and 2 things you want to bring in. I already have some here. And you can also just like, you know, project your intention across space and time. Hello, you shared your intentions through the website. I might just doze off. I did a bit of releasing through writing and burning and some affirmations. Good, awesome. I have my other phone charged up to check that again, because I did write down some that I got in, but I'm going to check it again, make sure there's, because I had it on Etsy and my website, and sometimes people come in late to these things. They're like, wait a minute. And I'm like, okay. So it's also all intention. Everything we do is intention. It's like if you intend it and then you do something like what she did, that cements it in. And I watched a thing earlier today, or tonight, like right before I got in the shower, I saw this thing. It was like Joe Rogan breaks down like whatever, and I was like, okay. So I clicked on it, and it was all the same things that I have said, like these 5 different points that I have said, just to different people at different times. You may have heard me say like, oh, it's like multi-dimensional, like all these different lines up next to each other. When you ask me about your future, there's like infinite possibilities, and you determine which one you do. And he was like saying that neuroscience is like, well, yeah, like this backs it up. The way that like neuroscience was measuring brain, if you visualize, just pretend to go through something, your brain does the same thing as if you physically did it. Sometimes it's not like as full in just that one thing, so you'd want to keep visualizing that same thing over and over to get to the intended result. But it's like the people in these test groups was like, one, don't do nothing. The other one was like typing And then the other one was actually like doing it. Like this one was typing up the visualization, like pretending to play an instrument. This one played the instrument, that one did nothing. These two had the same measures on their brain, had the same impact on the brain as if they had both done it. So when they say visualize, that's a way to manifest. Um, and then having representations for things too helps us. Like I have honey here, which people will say is for sweetness. I have rose buds, which you can use for like love. Um, then I had cinnamon for abundance, and I have cinnamon powder. Actually, the other day, on the first of the month, they say if you take like a handful of powder, cinnamon powder, into your front door, it brings abundance and blessings. I have lang lang here too. Lang lang's good for like an aphrodisiac, love, relaxing, calming. Cinnamon, abundance, warm, love. Vanilla is a love one. I like patchouli, myrrh, and frankincense for abundance. Hello, manifester. 888 is another one. I saw a thing about Nikolai Tesla's like things, and he had talked about 369. And I don't know if you guys remember recently, like when I shared that thing, and I had been talking in the beginning, and I was like 369 12s. 12s are a good one. His thing that I saw last night was exactly, it was like 369 12 24 ba, 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 ba. Everything in the universe is broken down into the 12s. It's 12. I was like, ah. But it was the vortex math, all of this stuff. Like he said, if you could figure out that thing with the numbers, and like he did certain things on certain days. You know how like when we have shit here, like the Illuminati does shit on certain days? So did he. He did like a thing where he tried to bring the vibration of the building he was in to the same as the machine. No, he was tuning the machine to the vibration of the building, and he ended up like causing a fucking huge earthquake thing, and he kept secret about it for like 30 years, and then finally told people. But like he knew technology or things that could cause huge destruction like that, which isn't always a good thing, but you can use it for good. I used to do all my events like that for places. I was like, oh, 222, we're going to do 222 thing. So utilize what's around. Garnet is good for love. Obsidian is good for protection. Citrine is good for abundance. Everybody who sent a thing in for their intentions of like what they want to let go and bring in was either fear, doubt, self-consciousness, attachments to outcome, limited beliefs, anger, resentment, just all of those things that we hold on to. And the things they wanted to bring in was like love and abundance, like peace, love, beauty, romance, prosperity, success, self-conscious, like being self-confident. And I even brought out my strength and courage rock, because we are in Leo energy. So Leo is the strength card, courage of the lion. So this is actually a time too that you may find yourself more confident, or it's a time to get confident. If you don't feel confident, use this energy to bring that in, to give you the strength or the courage that you need to do what you need to do to become abundant, or to attract something, or to let go of something that has been difficult to let go of. I also have neroli, vanilla, and jasmine, which these are all love ones too. And you can get petals, you can use oils, you can do just the idea of it, like write it on a piece of paper. Colors all have things too, so like purple for me is passion. Red is like, like even more passion. Pink is like, sweetness, love. Yellow is like good for confidence, just like, oh my god, yay! And then orange is our sacral color. So orange is another one that's like creativity, giving birth to things, all that stuff. And then I have Ganesh oil. Ganesh is like the abundance bringer. Purification oil, get rid of the shit that's in the way of it. And then psychic cleansing oil that like cleanses shit. I also have thief oil. Thief oil has a cool story. back during the Black Plague, I think it was, I think it was like 100 years ago, they had some fucking Black Plague thing. There was these thieves that would run around and put a thing on, but they would dump a bunch of different essential oils into that thing. And then they go rob all these people and go into all these places that were contaminated, but they didn't get sick because they had the fucking thing on. And it's a mixture of cinnamon, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus, and lemon essential oils. The cops let them go. Like when the judge was like, if you give us your recipe for whatever the fuck you're doing, you can go free. So this is called thieves oil, named after the thieves who fucking brought it in. And then dragon's blood. The dragons have been coming up for a while for me. So oh yeah. Having alcohol to give to the spirits, they like they like that shit. Like vodka, it doesn't have to be real alcohol. It could be a symbolic thing. Like people use wine instead of blood, depending on what you're doing. Live chat. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get the other phone and just double check those last intentions. And in the Etsy listing, I can't remember if I put it on my website listing, but in the Etsy listing, I put out things that people can do, like journal, make moon water, charge your crystals, do something that utilizes the energy because it's powerful and that's what it's here for. And if you don't do it, then nothing happens. But if you do it, usually you'll see some sort of magic manifest. Another thing I used to do is take everything out of my wallet and imagine it filling itself up like 10,000 times, you know, like however many times. You maybe want to start off like just imagining like doubling what, you know, is in there or what you have. If you don't have anything, you could just imagine money coming to you, and, you know, clearing up. When you clean, like I cleaned the whole house yesterday, and then I end up like finishing doing laundry, mopping, just clearing out the energy, because when we have all this stuff, it blocks other stuff from being able to show up. So if you take everything out of your purse or your wallet, I used to do both actually, I'd take everything out and then I would leave the open, empty wallet in the moonlight all night, intending that it's growing. And then the next day, when I put everything back, it's all nice and organized, it's clean, all the fucking receipts are gone, all the junk is out, and it just makes space. And then this thing has not been charged in a long time. Like, it's always here in front of the window, but a lot of times I keep the things closed in the winter because it keeps it warmer in here. But if you don't charge your crystals, they kind of lose their potency. So I'm going to be charging this, charging the intentions underneath it. Citrine is for abundance. Smoky quartz is for protection, so we protect our abundance. I'm just basically like doing everything. I'm like, I'm just going to do it all. Fuck it. Let's take it to the highest degree that we could go. But I'm doing for other people too, so I got to keep, you know, in mind, like it's not just me. I thought this was on, but it's not. And I have the moon deck. This is a gift from Lisa, and I figured, oh, look at that. I'm courageous, steady, and strong, and it's fucking number 8, and it's the lion. And then there's me, the bee. Collaboration brings more sweetness into my life and into the world. My community is supportive, loving, and active in the world, and that's number 7. 7 is a divine number. But that's funny that's the first one out. I didn't open this last night, I just put it here. My emotions move through me or through cycles and connect me to my truth, and I shed habits that hinder my truth, and I release and renew with the serpent energy. So the serpent, sheds her skin to help us bring more things in. And then I focus on what is working so that I can bring more of what is working instead of focusing on what's not working and sending more away from me. It is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. I know a lot of people can feel, just nervous or insecure or just not enough, or, comparing themselves and just having insecurities. My instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle. But Leo is about confidence. Leo is like, yeah, like wants to be seen, feels good about themselves. Is that lion energy is fierce, powerful, courageous, and strong. Like they're not gonna back down or feel insecure. And when I let others shine, I shine too. So it's like we don't have to compare ourselves. We don't have to be like, jealous. We just need to embrace ourselves, love ourselves, and embrace others. And when we celebrate others' success or beauty or good stuff, it makes it easier for us to have it. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. So that Kundalini energy, the serpent energy, the regeneration, the Ouroboros, all of that stuff has been coming in. I craft my core desires with certainty and ease, and she's even doing like a little ritual. And you don't have to be special. You don't have to know some magic thing to do this stuff. Follow your gut. I am on the right path and divinely guided. Like when I saw that little thing earlier today, I changed in my mind like it was a thing for protection, and I was like, oh, because I literally had just wrote a note last night about this, disposing of it. And then I saw a woman make black water with it, and I was like, oh, I could do that, because then you can use it for divination. And then the ground is frozen, and I needed dirt, but the house has been weird lately, so we have a plant in the front area when you walk in, and so I took a scoop of dirt from that to help protect and grow all of the stuff that I'm doing here into the home. Right when you walk into the door, there's that plant growing this. So like we're going to breathe that energy in. We're going to have that in our atmosphere. It's going to be like, purifying. So I'll mix my stuff in there, how I feel guided. And that's all we really need to do. You don't have to have a set plan or a set rule book or directions that you follow, because it's better off to just go, that's how everything is. Whoever made that first fucking thing, that first spell, that first ritual, they did it. They made it up. They wrote the book, And they say, like, when you focus on stuff, you impact it. So just go with the flow and release the doubt, release the fears, release the stuff that keeps us stuck. Don't be nervous about doing certain, as long as you come from like a good space inside, like I'm doing this for the highest and best of all. I love everybody and I want everybody to shine and I want everybody to feel good, and I'm gonna be what I need to be for me, and like I'm gonna give back equally. I'm gonna receive and give in balance. I'm not gonna just take. So when I do, I find my way on the compass, I know where north is, north south is, and it allows me to be a star, the starfish, and it's the key. It's the key to the cuff. Look at that. It's like a fucking cuff, like a handcuff. This is the key to the handcuff when we follow the path. And the little acorn is literally our third eye. But it's like there's the closed and the open, right? When we open our third eye, when we open the acorn, we see more. We understand spirit. We understand the meaning of things in a different way. And we free ourselves from like being shackled in illusion and lies and bullshit and fears and all the conditioning that has been sent and fucked with and just like ugh. So free yourself. Ah. Alright, I got this on, so let me make sure. Boom, 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 boom. I had it on my webs. Oh my god. My fucking phones never want to just work. I found these papers the other day, and I must have had them at the beginning of my awakening, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I have Hecate, black candle, candles for 4 directions, rosemary and sage, scissors, any cord, cast a circle, sprinkle herbs on the altar, call the directions, like full on stuff to do to call on Hecate. And then, oh great mother, I call to thee, release the tethers that binds them to me. My lesson learned, set my soul free. Grant me a new life, filled with love for me. And then cut the cord. Um, and then, to harm no one, my way shall lie. Now as I will it, so mote it will be. And then we thank Hecate and dismiss her, and extinguish the candle, dismiss the 4 directions, extinguish the candles, and open the circle. And then I had all these different names. Like, somebody asked me the other night about mermaids, and I was like, Atlantana is a Greek hunting goddess, Arachne is spiders, Athena is inspiration, Bridget is poetry, Minerva is arts and crafts, muses are for inspiration, Rhiannon is inspiration, and then I had just tons of them. But there was one, mermaids underwater. Atargatis is an Assyrian Semitic one, and then Liban is a Celtic, Lorelei is Germanic, Mami Wata is African, Melusine is French, Noredes is Greek, Nyx is Germanic, Oceanids is Greek, and then sirens are Greek. So you call them the sirens if you want to connect with the mermaids. And the mermaids have that allure, that ability to pull what they want in. The moon is Diana, Juno, Luna, Phoebe, Rhiannon, Selene, Tanit, and all these other names. The white buffalo woman, Hecate, and then for rebirth and renewal, we have Isis, Juno, Ostara, Persephone, Cronio, oh no, Cronus, no, that's a wise woman, Cronio, I think, Hecate, Sedna. Sexual love, beauty is Anat, Aphrodite, Astarte, Freya, Hathor, Inanna, Ishtar, Lilith, and Venus. And then healing is Athena, Brigid, Isis, Ishtar, Psyche, and Matrina, and Bast, the Egyptian one. And then marriage and love, Aphrodite, Juno, and Venus. And this was a while back because I could just tell. And this is to awaken the healer. As I sleep tonight, I am bathed in the healing power of self-love. I allow my thoughts to be free tonight as I become one with the infinite force within. I am powerful, and now I use this power to heal all of my life. I awaken this morning to greater, this would be the next morning, I awaken this morning to greater, deeper expressions of self-love. I am totally at peace within. I allow the healing power of self-love to create health, wealth, prosperity, happiness in my life now. So, if you guys want, I will, I'll say this during it, and I will put a place out there somewhere, like a post that people can save, like I'll make a picture on Wix, I'm not Wix, on a Canva there. But yeah, I don't know, like I have all these things that I found, and this is like so long ago that I've actually worked with some of these guys, not even realizing that I did this before, but that's kind of what happens when you wake up, you like go deep dive into all this stuff, and then it's like all up in there, but you don't really remember all of it, so you might need to remind yourself at times. But this is the healing one, and then on the listing itself I had one for love, so I'm going to do that one too. And then also the burning of the papers, which is something that I've done with like the shamanic stuff. Like Alberto Velodo does it, and you can use like a stick to represent the energy too. You can blow into like a little tiny stick and like break it and burn it, like just what you want to get rid of, burn it. Then what you want to bring in, you write it down as an affirmation and like charge that in the moonlight overnight. All right, where is this? This one's the other one. So sometimes it's like, oh yeah, okay, wow, 2 other ones. All right, I had just checked this too before I came on because I was like, I want to make sure I have them all, like be on time, not make everybody wait, but um, not complaining at all. It was just funny. Like I didn't think there would be that quickly. All right, so fears, worries, money, success. So for our fears and worries around opening our hearts, around success and money, I think everybody has the same shit. It's like we've been programmed this way. Opening our hearts towards love. Especially like if you got hurt, you kind of close down because you're like, fuck that, I don't want to do that again. And then if you live on the planet where they're like, oh, we're gonna have the worst life ever and all the money's going away and blah blah blah, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, that's not helping anybody. It's just, that's why they do it. Manifesting love, romance, relations. And then lack, mentality in life, addictions, habits. Yeah, so now's a good time too if you have any like habits that are holding you back, you're procrastinating, you got a big mess around you, you need to do something, you need to like tell somebody to fuck off, you need to tell yourself to do that, like, you know what I mean? Just whatever it is. Healthier connection, body and soul. Step through this year healing with connection. Step through this year with healing this connection. And I'm gonna take the paper and like cut them in half. So like top part is the one I'm letting go, bottom part is the one I'm bringing in. Bottom part will go under that crystal. I've made mistakes in the past with like silly little things that I didn't really think about, but your subconscious is like aware of things that you don't pay attention to, subtle little shit that you, like if you have like an inkling or a, I don't know, maybe, or like, I don't know, just something in there that doesn't, like if you're a little OCD about shit, like when I did my circle, you draw a circle, in the circle you write, I am living this life that you want. Like, I am making $10,000 a day, and I am so happy and loved and supported. I'm in a healthy relationship. Blah, 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 blah. And say like you hit something on that and you want to go to the next level, you make a new circle when you do. I had done that before, and I was always rising up. But then one time I flipped the paper over and did the circle on the back. And I think it blocked it because I couldn't get to the next level with that one. I'm like, why can't I get to the next level? And it was the fucking energy was blocking it. So you want to be aware of that thing. Like, and I am like that. Like, I like a fresh piece of paper. Like, I had almost went to get the fresh piece of paper. That's the intuition being like, don't fuck this up. So they, you know, you will be guided, but we often doubt ourselves. All right. Let me just check the Etsy one. Okay. And then there we go. I think we're good here. Alright. So how is everybody? Good night, best wishes with the moon intent. Thank you, Rick. Hello, Jenny. Hi, all. Hope you're doing well. Oh. You booked like 2 to 3 hours. Yo, that's totally fine. You can book right now if you want. I checked it and I didn't see it, so I must have, I don't know, like, because I checked it like after my shower. And my shower was like not that long ago. I ate my dinner, took a shower, got ready, came here. Where is my thing? I think I left my I have a torch that like works so much better than anything else when lighting fucking Palo Santo. Alright. He's gonna have to stick with this. I should wait. This is a wall of fire protection candle. So we got that. How's everybody doing today? You guys feeling the effects of the moon? I wish that would just, I think if I don't know, it won't ever, they need a better way. And whenever you do anything, like, doesn't matter what you're doing, like, if you're gonna, go with the shamanic route, you're gonna go the witchy route, you're gonna go, like, the manifesting with the universe route, you're gonna go the prayer route, do some African stuff, some, like, Egyptian shit, it don't matter what it is, just call on protection first. Whoever, wherever, you wanna call on yourself, your iron presence, you can do that, you can be your own divine. But there are beings that have come before us that know what they're doing, that work with certain things, and some of them reincarnate in us. Some of them are our ancestors. You probably will resonate with them too. Like, some people are like all into Atlantis or Egypt. Some people are all into like the goddesses of the Greeks, or the opposite, where it's like Venus and Aphrodite, the same lady, but it's just wherever you're located. I'm gonna get really hot water. Doesn't want to get hot. It's taking forever. There we go. All right. It's like I gotta trick it. I turn the hot water on for like a few seconds, turn it off, and then turn it on. That like speeds it up. I don't know. In my mind, that's how we do it here. So the hot water, I don't know if anybody, I just saw this. Oh, hello, Bridget. I've been sleeping all day. Me too. I slept all day. Been pretty sleepy, but it's a good day. In the winter, it takes forever from, yeah. They have like things now that you can plug into your shower, I guess, that's like electric, that heats the water. I don't know how well they work, but it may like boost your shit, they like go over the shower head and you plug it in. Even just like if you have oil, we have oil heat, which is like, fuck, like it's so expensive. And it keeps going up because, they like to lie to us and do stupid shit all over the place and fuck with everybody and fuck with our lives and make it more difficult. But hey, we're gonna fix it. So I saw this earlier. There's a woman on Instagram that she does like the Viking stuff. I've always had like a thing, like my last name Rao means the hairy one, like in the Norse type of stuff, like the Viking stuff. My brother is like a fucking Viking man to me. And when I was younger, I used to be a lot bigger, like taller and broader than anybody that was my age and sex. It was like I was always bigger than, even in elementary school, I was bigger than everybody all the time. It's just in the recent years I shrunk. But my family seems to be like on the bigger side, on both sides. Just like not big like fat, just like big. Like big people. The giants. But the Vikings are the the seafaring ones. They say I saw a thing the other day, it was about them, and it was like they had all types of stuff on this thing. It was like a picture from way back in the day. You know how we have this shit. There's that lion thing, that lion body with a human head guy. It's like a Sumerian thing. There's a certain name for it. That was on there with all these fucking boats that look like Viking boats. And it said way back, they attacked Egypt. Egypt won, but they called them the sea people. But everybody was like fighting in the comments about who it was and who it couldn't be or who could it be, because they were saying it was too early for Vikings. But it was like, how do you know that the Vikings didn't come from somewhere else, or that's like who the Vikings turned into? And like everybody was just like having a crazy argument. But it definitely looked like Viking things, but the Sumerian thing on there was weird. Not too bad. Tired and my stomach's not heavy. I'm down at the beach watching the moon and chilling with Mama Kota. Nice. Yeah, I cleaned all day yesterday. Picked everything up because it's a good time to do it. Did like most of the house, and then I was in agony pain because of my feet, so I came up here and laid down for a little bit. And then I went down there last night and did like the kitchen and the Reiki room, and then I passed out and slept all day long. I woke up and it was dark, and I'm like, oh my god, because when I went to sleep it was dark. So I'm like, where am I? Did I miss the event? Oh my god. All right. So yeah, you can make a love jar. You add a bit of honey and alcohol to a jar, along with rose petals and herbs and a crystal. You can write intentions on a piece of paper in the past or present tense. I found a lover, and place it in the jar. You close the lid, shake it up, visualizing your intention. Light a candle and say your intention out loud to the universe and the full moon, visualizing what it would be like to attain it, and then raising the energy by playing drums. Allow the candle to burn down. When it's done, mentally close out the ritual, thanking everybody, and then throw out the jar in a garbage can or at the intersection or crossroads. So like in our day and age, we don't have so many railroad tracks to go to, but if you do, you can go there. But anywhere that you have like 4 stop signs, you can throw it out there. I feel like I wouldn't want to just throw a jar out like that, but maybe the contents in the jar you could just dump outside your window and then go throw that out somewhere, like, pass it, like there's a convenience store at a crossing, put it in the trash there. There's ways around this stuff. Or even just visualize yourself trashing can do stuff. Like, some of these things are written way back, like before we had fucking toilets that are like going out. So they're like, dispose of the water outside of your house. It's like, well, if I fucking flush it down the toilet, it's going outside of my house. It's just going down that way. Like, I don't have to do it. So just whatever makes sense to you. If it's like, no, I can't do that in your brain, listen to your brain. Journal about what you want. Ask yourself questions like, what's stopping me from having my best life? How can I release what's, what? Come on, let me see it. Oh, God. For some reason, when I'm in my thing to look at the stuff, it won't let me look at it all the way. I have to go look at it from the outside. Sorry, Bridget, I'm in bed. Hey, I understand. I even wrote, I was like, you guys can be here or just let me know and I'll do it for you. I'm doing that when I get home. I was just going to say I'm making a honey jar to bring in sweetness. Mine didn't say alcohol, rose, oil, flower petals, dried lavender, honey. Yeah, see, don't matter, man. The alcohol, whatever. Like, just do what you fucking want and feel, like, guided to do. And if you don't have something, don't let that stop you. Like, be like, oh, what else do I have that's similar to that thing? Like, when we made the people in the Lilith one, we were, like, they talk about Adam and Eve and how he made people out of clay. So I use cinnamon and water to make my clay. I don't just have clay sitting around. Like, sometimes you have to improvise. But everybody has come up with things over the years. Seal, not seek. Crystals. Oh, yeah. I saw wax I want to get that's like the stampy kind. What's stopping me from living my best life? How can I release those things? What would I like more of in my life, and how can I get it? And then you could automatic write with that, just whatever comes, or meditate on it. Whatever you want to do. Charging your crystals. Oh, and you can make moon water too by just getting a jar, filling it with water, and then putting it out underneath the moonlight. Will charge it up. This is a blue bottle, blue water. It's a special thing that they made. husband's like, what are you doing? Thought I was taking a shower. Yeah, this is something a lady made that, like, she channeled, and there's sacred geometry on it. She has all different kinds, but she had talked about the Dr. Emoto experiments in, like, water, and the water that's in us, and the frequency of the water, how important that is. So when you think positive things, when you put positive stuff around you, positive stuff in you, it vibrates differently, and you can see it in the molecular structure of water. This is blue water, blue bottles. I think it has something to do with dolphins. Blue bottle. Why did she do this? Blue bottle. Water. Yeah, it's Blue Bottle Love. Come on. Hi. So there's dolphins swimming. You can Reiki the water and put your intentions into it. Add well before you set it out in the moonlight. Yep. You can put symbols underneath it. I remember those clay people you made. Hello. I'm so glad I saw this. Hello. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, we are adding intentions. I have a lot of people's to do already. It was like I had listings out. If somebody wants to be added to it and makes like a donation, super chat, you could do that, or you could just intend your intention while I'm doing all this stuff, and do your own stuff while you see, like, whatever I do and you like, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do that. A love story, dive in deeper, life in the flow. There's a whole bunch, but it's a lot of. This is a love story that began as a divine transmission of a liquid cobalt blue ray frequency that was beamed straight into Caden Rada, who found her of Blue Bottle Love. And yes, we can actually say that Blue Bottle Love found her. This energy poured into her in an endless stream of pure liquid love from Source. This powerful transmission took place with a dear friend just back from India, offered her a Diksha. The transmission was like a deluge of the most beautiful feelings of pure blue bliss pouring over into her soul, and she did not want it to end. And so it continues on to this day in the form of Blue Bottle Love. This gift of love from Source has turned out to be a gift to all of humanity. We're here to honor and bless every molecule of water that passes through these bottles, and thus all water, for all water is connected. Blue Bottle Love was born from a love so deep and so blue, like the magnificent oceans of our planet. It comes from the divine womb of consciousness. Blue Bottle Love is here for the awakening of humans to remember who they are and why they came. Each bottle carries with it a continuation of the divine frequency that flowed into Caden's soul that day in the summer of 2007 in Maui, Hawaii. And the journey is a special moment that has been a path that began with a desire. Symbluology was the original name when they were launched in 2009, and then after a year of persistence and determination, knowing that these bottles had to be created, the name is synergistic blend of symbols: blue, solar, water, and ecology. So yeah, she's got a bunch of these. You can get them in different places. Blue Bottle Love was officially born 2011. That's the year I woke up. And then been flowing and growing since then. But I've seen these in a lot of different people's like stuff. So, so people drink Kangen water too. It's like a acidic water that helps people heal. The water is teaching her more and more every day. She's listening and learning. Invites this to expand your consciousness, to tap into the frequency of water every day by honoring your water through prayer and positive intentions. Blue Bottle Love is a blue ally in helping us raise the collective consciousness towards water and all of life. Water thanks you for your conscientious attention and will reflect back and remember all that you are. So, you know, you can use something like this. You can use sacred geometry for your things, like intention. You could draw something on like a water bottle, put a sticker on a water bottle, put that stuff underneath you when you go to sleep at night. I have that like little thing that I use. You could get these like for making a grid, or these for putting under your bed, or for whatever you're doing. And then crystal, this is the flower of life. This is a woo-hoo, spinny. Where do you send donations? Hi Bridget, much calmer today. You can send it either here, you could do a super chat, or on my website. Here, I think I can comment a link. That would probably help people. How do I do that? Can I talk? How do I talk? It won't let me do it from there, but I could do it from here. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'll get the product thing, share, copy, and then YouTube. There I am, right there. 13 watching on the moon. 13 is a divine feminine goddess number. 13 moon cycles in a year. So 13 is very symbolic for that. I shared the thing. If you would like to add your intentions, you can write them in there. There's the order form, and it's like 2 things to bring in, 2 things to release it. I can add them here. Just let me know if you do. That way I can add them before we get there. The other stuff is just different stuff that I'm doing for different reasons, and you know, letting you guys know there's different ways to do this stuff. The Hamsy hand is protection medallion. Comes in all like I have it on my bracelet here. I have it on my shirt, one of my shirts. I have these little guys that I made that have, what do you call it? What the hell's the name of that? The black stuff. I've got black shungite powder in these, but that's the eye over the hand. That's like the evil eye thing. The hand is kind of blocked. That's the hand. That's the evil eye. That's the hand. This has shungite in it, protecting from the EMF waves that are up there that are fucking with everybody. And then this thing my sister got me. It's so big. I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, I feel safe. It's so much. I like it, but it's just really big. She always gets me something with it too. She's the one that got me like the bracelet and everything. I've never had moon water. Thank you. 13 reduces to 4, which is a foundation square, not usually associated with the moon, so it's an internet twist. Hello, Bridget. Happy full moon in Leo day. Thank you very much. Bridget, will you be selling Hamza hands with the shungite? Yes, I actually am. I just haven't listed them yet because it takes me like so long to write up and boop boop. I was going to do a live sale where people could do that, but if you want them, Melissa, like if you want one, I can't remember what I was going to do on the price. I think I was going to do like, I guess I'll do 13 for the moon cycle, but if you want one, let me know. And then I usually, they're not that heavy, so I think 13 will be fine, like flat, as long as you're in the US. If you're outside of the US, it's like $20 freaking just to ship it. But yeah, I have these two. I have a blue one, but I don't think the blue one has shungite in it. But these there's 4 of these actually, but these are green shungite Hamza Hans that I made. So if you want one, let me know. I deleted all the messages on my website, so when people send me a website message, like I can get them. So if you use the contact page or the I've added a thing like a little chat thing on the website, divineessential.com. I think I should get those because like it's not so massively full right now, and I see when like a new one comes. I was having a hard time with that before. And what else? Oh yeah, I had these 2 things that I made too. I got the heart. The first thing I ever made was the heart. And then this was for communication, truth, speaking up authentically. And then the silver is in there for like the moon, the intuition, like intuitively knowing how to speak and communicate and heal miscommunications. You use this like a place to charge your drink or your phone, you know, like an energetic charge rather than like a plugging in charge. This is Infinite Love with the Hamza hand protection, and it has all these things here with the like reflection, so I can look deeper into myself, shadow, and I'm bringing infinite love. I'm protecting myself, and then there's like little pieces of hematite, which is like magnetic, so magnetically charging love and protection. Amethyst, intuition, and this one has the moonstone, the shungite, dragonfly, and moon, and then it again, the moonstones, intuition, speak, like being able to psychically connect. Has a really cool flashy piece. I don't know if this one here, come on, how do I, it's like when you catch it just right. Oh, I saw it for a second. Come on, show them. Anytime I try to do something, it's like, no, whatever. I'll take a fucking picture of it. It pisses me off because I know I can do it. There, I see it when I bend it. They are beautiful. Because of Procession, we just had someone on December 2nd, Sunday at 15 degrees Scorpio. I thought Samhain was the one in October, and then the one we just did was the one with like connected to Bridget. What the hell's the name of that? What is it? You saying it's not supposed to be the way that they have it? This also has amethyst in there, and that's good for the freedom, intuition, deep psychic high priestess energy, protected from the EMF waves. Oh look, and I'm like, oh look, this side is. There we go. See it? See it? Ah! That's that. In bulk, yeah, in bulk is the one that I thought we just had. So yeah, this big one here is 27. This one is 22, and then that one is, I guess 19. Because there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of crystals and stuff in there. And then there's those. I did make the other one. I want to finish the edges of it. I haven't really even shown people much. Like, this is all rose quartz, and it's got like keys in it. Rose quartz, some reflective pieces for you to like do some deep reflection. So unconditional love and healing. The quartz amplifies. The rose quartz brings love. But it's like, I'm gonna do the edge of it silver. But this one has a lot of that stuff in it. It's hard to show people stuff without like the see-through. So I'm like, if it had the black background on it, it would be better. But I got back into posting stuff. I posted crystals yesterday, so those are out there if people are interested in something. And did I have any other question? All right, let me see. Sidereal and astronomical astronomy has the full moon in Cancer. Okay. Yes, I need one. Thank you so much. I'm in California. Okay, cool. Ooh, I want one too. Okay. I can email you today. Thank you. Awesome sauce. Because of the procession we just had some. They are beautiful. Thank you. I love the crystal inside. In bulk. Wow. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. If you see something, you can either email me or wait till they get posted. But I wouldn't, recommend that because it can take forever with them. Like, if you want something, let me know, and I'll get it. But I have my things all set up here. So the first thing, like I said, is black water. It's I use for divination. So I got really, really hot water, okay? And then I have the stuff that I used from burning, like sage, and cleansing the whole house top to bottom energetically. Then I have dirt. You could take soil from your yard, but I took soil from in the house in a plant that I have because I want to protect my house. I want to protect the energy here. It's not been feeling normal. That's why I saged the whole house, and I did all these things last week. Put stuff in a mop bucket, like eggshells and shit. It was crazy, but I'm like, I don't care, I'm doing it all. So I did all these different things. And I was supposed to drop this at a crossroads, But then last second I saw the thing about making the moon water, so we do that and then get rid of the rest of it. You don't need a lot of it. What? Are you naturally that fat? It's because I'm live. When I go live, it's like fucking, like, I told my dad, I'm like, it kicks my ass because it's like your adrenaline is pumping. I don't like doing it, like, on that, like, it's hard to explain. Like, I like to teach people, I like to connect with people. People want live things, so I try to do it to, like, connect and teach and whatever, but it does take a lot out of you, and it makes you feel, like, stressed out because you don't want people to wait or whatever. It's just my people pleaser being amplified, and it does. It, like, it's not a fun, like, yeah, I'm never like this, just here. Like, I'm sitting on my ass most of the time. But I think also the moon does impact me. So when the moon is full, I get a lot more energy. I don't sleep well usually. But this moon has been one that's like I slept all day. I slept until after 5. So it just depends on the energy that we have going around us, how much it impacts me. But no, I'm not normally like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to make everybody happy, and it's a default setting inside of me I'm trying to fix. But yeah, I had one girl come over and help me, like, well, she was live with me before, and the next day she slept all day, and then the next day she slept all day, and she's like, that fucking kicked my ass. I can't, it's just, I don't know, if you've ever stood up in front of everybody and had to recite something, like your nerves, you shake, it's a nerve thing. Alright. So these are all to get rid of Bernie Burns. These are all to bring in Chargy Charges. This is this. Shit, how am I going to pour that in there? These are all different oils. I had a, fuck, I think, I gotta grab one downstairs. I have a little hook on for it. Okay. This helps for hot water. So you, oh, actually I gotta protect it first. You want to cleanse your bottles when you're doing something like this. They say cleanse the bottles, so you could either sage, Palo Santo, incense, oils. You can anoint things. You can anoint the candles, you can anoint the bottles with oil, and that's basically like touching oil onto it. So say I wanted to do love with rose, I could anoint the rose onto the candle. If I want to protect, I could do the what do you call it? I could do frankincense, myrrh, patchouli. I have Palo Santo oil, sage oil, purification oil, so you can purify it, psychic cleansing oil, Ganesh oil, and you can also put stuff in, like these little guys I get from when I make my blends, because you can pour them into your bottles, like, into your roll-ons or your sprays or your whatever. But obsidian is protecting. Citrine is abundance. Garnet is another one for love, romance, blood, like getting things stimulated like your blood. Vanilla is a loving, like relaxing, soothing. Neroli is a love one. Jasmine is like a nighttime seductive one. And you get oil or actual it, like the physical product. Either like rose, actual full on rose petals, or like the rose buds. Whatever it is, you get jasmine flowers or just the jasmine oil, or the there's powders for some of them. Like, there's a lot of shit. I have all these different. Nag Champa is my favorite for these, but they have obsidian ones too. No, what is that name? The one Moldavite. Moldavite is really good. Moldavite is high vibrational, and you can get it in this sense, like incense thing, and they spark and shit. It's crazy. But this is a full moon one that I'm using. I'm not sure the actual, it just says full moon on it, but it came in a set, so I'm going to use it. Then I have my sprays. You can use bay leaves to write your intentions on your bay leaves. You can do sage, like powder, like in, you know, from your cabinets. A lot of times you might have stuff already and not realize you have it. Like seasonings. If you ever bought one of those like spinny racks of fucking seasonings, I have a full one of those that we never used. It was in storage so long that I just like keep it for this stuff. It's probably not want to like cook with it, but it will still. You don't have to throw it away. Don't ever throw things like that. Like make it an offering. Let me see. Woo! You can do it, Bridget. I'm a recovering people pleaser. Yeah, it's hard. You should charge objects with your own energy. You could awaken coma patients. Female cats are great energy vampires. They pull off the nervous energy. Cats probably fall. I have a bunch of dogs that, you know, they can be a little needy at times, but they're like the cat dogs of the world, because they're wiener dogs, so they're long and like cat-like a lot of times. When you have a bottle like this and you want to cleanse it, you can put that right in there to cleanse it, and like, okay, there we go. Easier to do that than other stuff. I did an egg cleanse the other day too. With that, you make a circle of salt, and you put a cup of water, like hot water, let it sit for a little while, get an egg, let that sit for a little while, then take the egg and rub it all over every inch of your body, under your feet, under your pits, everywhere, and crack it into the water, and let that sit for 30 minutes, and then look at it and see. They all have different meanings. Like there could be bubbles, means spirit protected you from something. If there's wicked webby at the bottom, it means people are like psychically attacking you. There's like little things out there that will tell you all the different ways of what it means. But when you flush it down the toilet, it cleanses the energy that was there. So it's a good thing to do. This is for divination too afterwards, so it's going to make black water. If you have a cup of regular water after the fact, you can like drip little drips of the black water into the clear water and read that energy like how it is. Kind of like a scrying mirror. When you scry, you look into it. And if you feel like someone's directing stuff at you, you can use mirrors, like do 2 mirrors facing each other so that they're like whatever items inside of there is like just rippled forever and ever and ever. Or you could just set like somebody's picture in it and be like, anything they're sending to me, send it back to them. That way you're not doing any harm, but you're not taking any shit. So pour some hot water in. Then we're going to take a little bit where's my thing? Okay. This, I have to like make a little so that it, I should have got a better top bottle for this situation. Actually, I think I just put that right in there. I need to put you down. You go here for a second. Pour this in. There we go. And then that. And the reason I'm using the plant in my house for the dart is a couple of reasons, because the dart outside is frozen, but also because I felt like weird energy around the house. So I'm asking to like put this energy from our plant that breathes into our home and is like right at our front door to help me to protect and to like transmute and be like aware of what we're growing in our house. What are we breathing into our body? Who are we allowing in? And just all of those things. It can help us. And again, it's up to us, whatever we're wanting or thinking about. So take out of that. Mixy mix. This is an antique bottle that my mother used to buy all these antiques. She thought it was like going to be worth money. Smith Brothers, New Bedford, Massachusetts. That's where I am. And mix it up. Make it magic. Then you get this to like filter. And now I just filter it out as best as I can. Come on. Ah! Dropping it in. Fuck. Shit. I'm gonna do this in the sink because it's gonna be easier. Alright, that's doing its thing. There's like a lot in there, so it's like filtering through. And clear this off with my brush. I also have my different, like my rag thing that I have here is my mesa cloth, so I usually open this up as like a place where I'm doing my ritual. So if you have a cloth or something specific that you want to designate to that stuff, you do that. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Please open. Why? Alright, there's the. Oh. Whoa. Extrovert full moon makes you want to be on stage performing. Cancer full moon is introspective. You should. Okay. Dogs are energy donors. They supply energy. Pitcher Jack Russell energy versus Garfield. The other nervous energy solution is indica. A glass on wine could help to. Are you doing the full ritual? I'm actually that one. What I was doing was just making the water that I was going to be using for protection. Show you guys that. It's like gonna make black water. Then afterwards, you can use that for divination, getting answers. I'm gonna do it now. As the this is for like you guys too, like the people who want to put their into anything really. Just showing you that stuff first. So yeah, when we also use this type of stuff to cleanse our space or protect us, like raise the vibration. And I ask the Great Spirit Creator, the Ascended Masters, the multi-dimensional beings of light, the energy and frequency that will support and assist our space, our energy, our transmutation, our intentions to manifest. To the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us and teach us to shed the past the way that we shed our skin. To walk softly on the earth, teach us the beauty way. And to the winds of the west, Mother Sister Jaguar, you who knows the way over the rainbow bridge, bring us peace and show us the way, protecting our medicine space and eating away the energetic debris of the past relations with ourself and others that no longer serve. To the winds of the north, ancient ones, grandmother hummingbird, you who makes it through the seemingly impossible journey of life while stopping to drink the nectar, the beauty. We honor you and we thank you for your support, your wisdom, and your guidance. And we give thanks. And we do this work to protect and support our children's children. And to the winds of the east, great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Allow us to spread our wings and to rise. To see from above the storms. To be eye to eye with the Great Spirit, the Creator. To give us our strength children, the plant people, the rock people, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, the winged ones, all of our relations. We ask for support and protection, and we give thanks for all that you provide. And to the Great Spirit, Creator, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable, thank you for joining us, protecting us, and supporting us, and assisting in our transmutation and on the journey of life, allowing us to dance the dance another day. Alright, so, open sacred space. I'm gonna do the little thing for love too that I put into the description of this. This is an old jar from a candle. I'm going to use that for it. I got my alcohol. I got my rosebuds. I've got my honey. I can't remember what else I said. My brain is not fully there. Ah, come on. There it is. This isn't my normal phone. I should just switch to the other one when I do these. Alright. Okay, so you write an intention like, I found a lover, or ba. Because I'm doing this for everybody in the collective, I'm going to say, my community and I are in loving, supportive relations with everybody. Like, you know, romantic, platonic, friendship, family. Gonna word it in that way so that I can kind of support everybody with this. Alright, so my community and I are all aligned and in loving, harmonious, unconditional love in our friendships, relationships, romantic, platonic, family, soul family, and the universe, or actually, and the world and universe. The micro, the macro, all things, we're good with it. So we place this in the jar. Sometimes you can cleanse your things too that you're putting in the jar. Hi. Are you, yeah, I'm doing the ritual now. Yeah, a glass of wine. I used to drink more regularly, but I don't really drink like I had my awakening, and it's not like I'll have like a drink at dinner or whatever, but it lowers the vibration and it like takes me out, and I don't really like to go down low. It feels shitty, so I don't. But occasionally I do. Alright, so we added that. Now we're going to add a bit of honey. And then alcohol. Honey, honey, do 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 do. Oh, sugar, sugar, do 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 do. You're my candy girl. You can sing to it as well. I got some Malibu. I actually have some champagne. Malibu. You can use like witch's hazel in place of this, or alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or something that has a high alcohol content in it, like a perfume or something that's like got a high alcohol in it. Just improvise what you need. But like spirit likes, this is like an offering to spirit, so you know. The rose petals bring love. I got rose essential oil too, so if you don't have your rose petals, it's a fucking thing that came out of this. It takes 100 rose petals to get like one drop. That's why it's expensive. Essential oils are expensive because of the way that they are made. And again, you do this with intention, so you're like visualizing that we have these harmonious relationships with ourselves and others. And usually when we are in a harmonious relationship with ourselves, when we're not insecure, when we're not, you know, full of doubt, when we're not feeling shitty about how we look or whatever, we usually do better in all of our relations because we're not projecting from that place or feeling jealous or insecure from that place. So the full moon with the Leo energy is definitely good for that specifically. Citrine, abundance, confidence, prosperity. Like if you're prosperous and you're abundant, you're going to be probably more confident too. And then you might have the money to like do some shit to make you feel more confident even then. Whatever. Citrine is though good for the confidence in like your solar plexus energy. Yellow is our solar plexus, so when we want to, you know, boost ourselves there, we can work with that energy. I'm also using the big ass one for charging our things that we're bringing in. This is smoky citrine, protected prosperity. Charging it in the moon, charging our intentions we're bringing in. What else? There was something else I was gonna say, but I can't remember. Oh, and the wallet thing. If today, empty your wallet, like if people just keep it, empty your wallet out, put this in the moonlight all night long, envisioning it filling and filling and doubling and doubling, and whoa, boom, 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 boom. And then it comes. The first time I ever did it, it worked. And it was like every other time I've done it, it's worked. Another thing you could do is abundance hearts. Draw a bunch of hearts, like good sized hearts, put money symbols inside the hearts. Then tomorrow, like when you put your organized wallet back together, minus all the junk, minus all the shit that was in the way of abundance coming, cut out those hearts and put them in the places that you have money to help bring in more money. I made these before, and then I ended up like taking them out at one point, putting them in a jar that we had put coins in, and it was like boom, like the coins just like came out of nowhere. Like my ex worked at a junkyard, so he'd bring change in from cars and stuff, but it was like a couple $100 like manifested very quickly just in coins. So there's, you know, that, but then if you put this where your credit card is, put this with your cash, you know, it amplifies. It's a reminder too, subconsciously, I'm attracting money, like more money, more money, more money. It's all coming to me, I got more money. And it's like, you just have to feel like you've already got it and like keep reminding yourselves, because we can feel lack and fear and doubt of how am I going to survive, and oh my God, what if, and that brings us down very quickly. Cinnamon is also good for love and abundance, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in here too. Vanilla is warming and also a lot of times used for love. This is jasmine. Jasmine's like sexy, like aphrodisiac. You know, she's seductive, she's beautiful, she's like Venus and Aphrodite. She's proud. She's on the prowl. Vanilla. Warm, sweet. This is like, she's the girl next door. This is how I like relate to everything. I'm like, this is the girl next door. This is the hoe down the street. It's a secret little mystery lady in a cottage. I'm weird, but that's why things work. Is like, because I have that weird thing, and I think those things, and I do this shit, and it's like you just don't grow up. Keep playing, keep imagining, keep pretending, because that's how the shit happens. It's when we get discouraged from like having fun or enjoying our fucking selves or just being okay with who we are or being accepted for who we are, and we start to like hide away and pretend like, oh, like try to be cool or accepted or what everybody else wants us to be, and it doesn't usually come out too well. So it's time to change that. I'm gonna put some time in here. Like, time. Time is now, motherfucker. There's only right now. There's never going to be tomorrow. There's never going to be yesterday. It's always right now. Every moment of every day that you're on is now. So just know that you're right now and be what you want right now. And right now will start to show you that because it has no choice but to be a reflection of what you're rippling into it. Alright, so what color do you guys want for our candle? Oh shit, that's really cool, thank you. I have a bell as well. I like the noisemaker. I love the tubular pyramid thing you use. Oh yeah, I'm like, what? That's actually really nice. I use the same salt brand. Oh shit, okay. The crescent moon and stars, basically the moon phase presented when Virgo's clothed in the sun with the moon at her feet. Morning star Venus of the Orion tribe. Judah loves like a lion. I will participate next time. Okay. I wonder if anyone has tried the full moon ritual on a whale. Could you want it? Probably. Love you, Bridget. You're a superstar. Oh, you're... It says member for 4 months. Thank you. My wife already emptied my wallet. I'm left-hand path, so I don't have any rituals beyond hand size effects or create plain lines. I study astrology, numerology, palmistry, my beliefs are excuse me. I surf the internet, like peeking over a fence. Yeah, I kind of do that too, and that's how I end up like learning all these different things. So, guys, do you want me to do? I could do more than one, but like for the love, there's these three. This is like sexy, seductive. This is that sweet little girl next door, and this one's like passion. You know, fire. Then these two I'm just going to use for like our confidence, our strength, because we have, I can just do them all. You want me to do them all? We might need them all because there's so many of us. I put a little bit more of these in here, citrine, and a little sparkle of the obsidian for protections. A little bit of garnet. Garnet is like deeper love, deep, passionate love. Come on, motherfucker. Why are you stuck? I'm telling you, somebody does not want me to be protected. Fucking assholes. Just don't pay attention to me. Oh, wait, live your life. Be happy somewhere. Fucking, like, every sign of the evil eye is like, pfft. I'm like, okay, yeah, great. That's why I did the thing last week. So many things last week. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to visualize shaking it up. Visualize love, you know, coming over the planet. Love, like, booming on in here. That moon is beaming love into our lives. Confidence into our lives so that we can feel confident enough to receive the love. Confident enough to keep the love. Confident enough to not care what anybody else fucking thinks about our love. Or programs and societal conditioning and all that crazy shit. We're clearing that. We're releasing that. We're allowing love to raise the vibration and the frequencies all the way up and surrounding the planet in harmonious. So like picture people loving each other, just like what that would fucking look like instead of cutting each other off, flipping each other off, being jealous of each other, like, you know, spending all our time focused on shit that don't really serve. It's like just love and harmony. Yay, wow, you're doing good, me too. Good. Like people loving with like hugging and kissing, not being like weirded out by that, because some people have been conditioned to be weirded out by like actual physical touch. So people don't want to cry because they think that that's bad. That's how we release so that we don't get sick and die. When you hold it all in, you die, like miserably. You make yourself feel like shit. So release it all, let it go, and let love in. Feel your heart expanding and imagining, you know, people giving you long hugs. When you hug for like 30 seconds rather than the 3 seconds, you release like stuff that helps you to relax, and it helps you to like be connected to other people, because everybody's so guarded and afraid to let anything in or out, or God forbid that we like are vulnerable, and that blocks us. And you know, people are insecure about how they look or how they feel, so they shy away, and then that makes other people think that they don't like them because they're just insecure, but they take it as like, oh, you just don't like me, you're being rude to me, so then it's miscommunicated. So see yourself being able to look into the mirror and feel beautiful about yourself, feel like supported about who you are. You know, just imagine yourself as the most beautiful version of you, with the most beautiful version of your relationships, with your pets, your friends, your family members, the world around us, our ancestors. You know, forgive the people who fucked us up, or just didn't know what they were doing, maybe. Forgive yourself for when you've done that to yourself. And did anybody say a color? Oh shit, why does he keep doing that? What's the left-hand path? I don't know. What? Oh, do them all. Okay. Charging. I have to go. Okay. Good night, man. You can. I will take care of you. I think I'm going to start reading those. When I burn a candle inside of the sand, the wax melts into it, and then it like looks different each time. Sometimes it's like a flat thing, sometimes it's got like a belly. Red, red wine, stand hard for me. Don't let me. Yeah, see, this is a little tiny. Oh, and the blue one didn't finish all the way. See, this is a blue chime candle that never finished. So, like, this stuck out there, and then this is how it looks. Like they always look different. Sometimes there's nothing left, and then other times there's a lot. But I know there's people who read wax like on the water and shit, so I think they could be red. All right. So I'm gonna do the red and the pink for the lovers of the world. I guess I can do two. I'll do two together. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This one feels right. Pink and red feel together. Yeah. I'll do all three. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll keep it in harmony. All right. There you go. Those guys in there. Haha. And then these two over here. Confidence, creativity, divine feminine, womb, giving birth to life, giving birth to harmony, giving birth to love, giving birth to our desires, feeling creative, spark, and joy. Not being afraid to put our spark and joy out into the world, to be, enjoyed by others, to have that courage and that strength to share our gifts and our voice and our truth and our, desires, and bringing them to fruition. Sparkling some citrine on in there. Like, hey, yeah, bring us that shit. Abundance! Please! Making it like the seasoned guy. Garnet is the lover. Passion. I feel like it's like maturity. It's like a more mature love. It's like, I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm just going to be like normal. Protection. Keep me safe from the motherfuckers of the world that do not like other people to enjoy themselves. Ganesh is our lady of abundance. So I'm going to anoint these two with that on my finger. Oh. Bring me that abundance. Bring me that good shit. Bring me all of the monies and all of the things. Bring me food. Bring me silk, bubble baths, and candlelit enjoyment. And purify anything that doesn't like to support us. Ooh. All right, here we go. And if anybody missed me say this, I also gathered broken things that I had that I'm not going to be keeping. I'm going to use these as a way to gift. I also have to go, okay, um, okay, guys, thank you for being here. I'm going to just burn your things, and this will be there for you guys to watch back too. And if tomorrow you guys have something that you can give as a gift or whatever when you get up in the morning to say thank you to Spirit, make a little offering. It could be something like any of these things that I've used. Sage, it could be like a little crystal, it could be just burning a candle, it could be anything that feels right for you. Just give thanks, give and receive in balance. It could be a drop of essential oil, it could be any type of, there's sage, there's thyme, the bay leaves, burn a bay leaf, what's written on it, what you want. Abundance, money, love, sex, sport, whatever. All right, so we got all that. This is going to go under the moon light. This is the love. It's going to go right up here under the moonlight. And then these are all the things we're bringing in. These are going to go under the big crystal, and these are the ones that I'm burning. And I'm also going to be adding like fears, doubts, scared behavior, self-conscious behavior, limited beliefs, angers and resentments, anything of a lower vibration. I miss fellowship is why I'm all over the spooky chats. I kind of like church for me, and I still choose what to do. Yeah, I see. Follow your own path. All right. Did I miss anybody's intention or anything? Just want to make sure I haven't missed any orders. All right. There we go. So we burn these. Burn, burn, burn. It's going to make a big flame. These make big flames on their own, never mind all three. But three is the Trinity. It is, like the maid, the mother, and the crone, or the Holy Trinity. They say that all of us have three versions of us. Like, there's the little child within us. There's the, middle-aged us, or the current us. And then there's the older, wiser us. And we can connect with all versions of ourselves to help ourselves to protect and learn and grow and manifest, visualize, be inspired by me. Please stay. All right, so you get that going. And there is negative thoughts, not feeling supported, anxiety over our money, the fears, the doubts, our self-consciousness, our needs to let go, attachments to outcome, fears and worries of success or money, being afraid to open our hearts towards love, the lack mentality in life, addictions and habits that hold us back. All of that stuff is what we're letting go. And I have some salt here that I'm just cleansing in here. And I'm going to burn the yellow. These are yellow is happy, joy, prosperity, oh yay. And orange is creative and good, giving birth energy, sacral energy. So I'm going to use these for this. Those are part of the love one, that love jar with the honey and everything. These two have their things merged. They held on to each other. They're spreading now, but they were hooked. Birthing creative joy. When you burn stuff, it's hard sometimes. If you just fold up a paper into a tiny square, it doesn't really burn well. It will just kind of be like a little folded thing that didn't really transmute. So try to do your best to support everything being burnt. That way you don't end up keeping that shit in your life that you're trying to get rid of. And again, you can visualize your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, the things that you want to release, releasing, leaving, removing it from your life. Imagine it like, see it as something. Like, you can picture all of the fears, the doubts. They've taken a form, whatever form in your brain that you come up with. It could be like, trash. It could be a big rock. It could be a ball and chain. It could be, like something that's scared, or just a symbolic thing, and take that and remove it from you. You can imagine it going into the sacred flame of Saint Germain for transmutation, to release out of your life and out of your thoughts and out of your manifestations. All our fears, all our doubts, all of the things that we are scared about, our self-conscious, our limited beliefs, the angers, the resentments, all of those things, we let them go and we burn and transmute. The fire is the fastest way. You can also bury, which is slow and steady. You can take things and release it into flowing water to allow it to go steadily away. And you can also blow things into the air to take it away. But the fire is the fastest. It has the quickest turnaround for us in our transmutations and in our energy work. Again, giving gratitude for what we have already, and then giving an offering while we're doing this stuff is also beneficial. Because if we just keep doing and asking and taking, oh spirit, blah 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 blah, I want this, I want that, protect me, and blah 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 blah, and we don't give anything ever, it just keeps us imbalanced. The shamans usually will do like tobacco offering. Sometimes we do like a whole ceremony, like an ani despacho, where everything in it represents something, and it's a blessing, and we burn the big thing full of everything. They have them for all different intentions. Clear, cleanse, purify. I'm going to use some of this for that black water. So once you filter the water, all you have left is the water itself that's colored in that way now. If you didn't see that you can come back and watch that part after I post the video. So we get that. Again, this is going to be in the moonlight charging, but it's going to also be charging these. So love, money, beauty, love, truth, and abundance, peace and love, manifesting money, manifesting a job, career success, manifesting love, romance, and reconnecting, healing connection, healthy connections, healthy body, mind, and soul connections, healing through connection, money, prosperity, success, self-confidence. These are all the things that we're intending. So saying that, like, I am prosperous, I am successful, I am confident, I am loved, and I am beautiful, and I am full of abundance and prosperity. I am loving, and I speak the truth, and the truth is told to me. I have all the abundance, peace, and love that I need, and I am manifesting more and more every day. I have all that I need, and I am abundant in this moment. I have the food that I need. I have a place to sleep. I have clothes to keep me warm. I have extra. I have all this extra that I am in abundance. I don't have to feel lack. There is no lack. I just trick myself sometimes. So I am supported. I am loved. And I am reconnecting with my success. I am in the best career of my life, and I am in the best job and the best romance. I am in the best, healthiest connections. I am connected, body, mind, and soul. I love my body. I love my mind. I love my soul. I love healing, and I love connecting. I love myself. And I am grateful and happy and harmonious in every moment, more and more every day. Everything has been increasing. I have courage and strength to continue on this journey, and I do not have anything to worry, but I give thanks and gratitude to the Great Spirit, to the Creator, to all my ancestors, to all that I've known and all who I will know and all who will come after me. And I love my community. I love my friends, my family, and even those who have hurt me along the way. I forgive, and I give peace and love to those connections to free myself from the resentment, the anger, or the things that would hold me back and not allow me to bring in more blessings or love or support. Putting this in the moonlight as well, my big window sill here with the other thing, all those positive intentions underneath. So next month what I'll probably do is take those intentions, those papers, and either burn them or I'll figure it out by then. Spirit kind of directs me like as I go. Like that moon, that dark water stuff didn't come in till today. I was like, oh, okay, I'm doing that. So sometimes it's just listening and trusting what Spirit guides or directs your way. So I'm going to let these candles burn down. And like the thing said, you could do journaling. You could do moon water. That's another thing. Like if I have I'll get another jar, fill it up with water, put it out there to charge in the moonlight. You could put crystals in the water. You could write a piece of paper and put it underneath like a symbol or something you're infusing into the water on top of the moon water. We did a love jar, charging your crystals. Good time to do that. If you have some that you know are good for manifesting, put those out there tonight because those help. And like I said, this helps as well. To imagine it filling up 10 times over and more is coming into it. And you put it right into the direct moonlight. The first time I did it, I put it in the car window of the car that we had, like on the dashboard, opened up facing the moon. Just make sure it's directly in the moonlight. I know mine will be because I see the moon out here at night. This is what I'm making the moon water in. I'm going to put some of this in there, citrine abundance, and the obsidian protection. They're all like, I think they got wet or something because they're like sticking together. And Ganesh is abundance. Got a couple drops of the oil, and we can Gam Gane Pate Namaha is a chant to get rid of obstacles in our way. Gam Gane Pate Namaha. Gam Gane Pate Namaha. Gam Gane Pate Namaha. Gam Gane Pate Namaha. And it raises your vibration. You may feel weird, but whatever. Jasmine, seductive qualities. So, Lang Lang. I don't know why I brought the Lang Lang, but I did, and I know they want it in there. So, Lang Lang is kind of like an aphrodisiac. Cinnamon bark, abundance, prosperity, good shit. Actual cinnamons. You blow this in your house on the first of the month or the beginning of the month, the first couple of days, and it like brings blessings, abundance. It's just cinnamon. Probably have some in your counter. Florida water, cleanse. You can make Florida water too, your own version of it. Rose, love, and I think that's it. I have these sex magic melts, so these are good for like sex magic, but I can melt them or do them another time. They're just there. So take this. This has the Metatron's cube on it. So it's going to bring that energy into it already. Just being in this bottle on its own is like doing stuff. But putting it under the moon amplifies. Putting all those things in there amplifies. Putting music on with a certain frequency amplifies. I just noticed this has been in the window as well. This is rose quartz. I'm going to put it on top of that love jar. Quartz is an amplifier magnifier. This is an adaptogenic smoky citrine quartz. So, and it's a tantric twin. So it adapts to our situations. It adapts to what's going on. It has celestial type patterns. It has trigonic markings. Like a trigonic is a upside down pyramid that's imprinted into the crystal on a face. So the face is the top. The walls are the six sides of a crystal. But on the faces of this one, there was some trigonics. Trigonics, if you go on Shaman's Market for a trigonic, it's $700. You don't even get to see the exact one. They just have one that they send you that's like pretty small. Celestial is when it has like these weird pattern. It looks like a face started to grow, but then it like, I don't know, did it again and again and again. It's hard to show exactly. Depends on the lighting and all of that, but celestial faces is like multiple things going on the face. So let me see. This one right here has a lot of it, but I can't. Can you show it in, please? No? No? Alright. This one has it too. Just a lot of shit going on, basically. But that's celestial. Adaptogenic is a new form of crystal that they've been mining, and the tantric twin is supposed to help us with, like, you know, romance, connections, things like that. The abundance comes from the citrine part, protective, the adapting to the situations, all of that. I'll put that out here too, because I know a lot of you guys have those things happening, or need some adapting to happen in relationships to people. And I think that's it. Can't remember. I forgot. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Oh, well, these things I'm going to take out and bury by myself, like, not tonight, but they represent the broken things. Anything that's broken, anything that's not working. I have a tendency to like break something and then like I'll fix it later, and then I never do. Obviously this isn't going to get fixed, but it was just sitting over there because I haven't thrown it out. I just broke it like a week ago. But keeping that shit in your house when it's just a broken little nothing, it adds up and it gets into your energy, and it's like a representation of your life. So this candle, when my sister made it, she put too much of the powder in it for the color, so it won't stay lit. And it's like a waste because it's an abundance candle. So I'm going to bury this as a gift, an offering to spirit, but also as a symbolic, like giving the broken things out of our home, and trusting that spirit will help to put ourselves back together. There's a little pendulum in the pendulum tip that fell off. This is, I think, a moonstone one. So this, like, if any part of my intuition has been broken, it's going to help me to fix that. It's going to help me to see clearly. It's going to help me to know. It's going to bring me abundance. This is all 7 chakras. It's interesting because the sacral and the root fell off. And usually everybody's all worried about their fucking basic needs and their sex. You know, this is like Haswell's fucking pyramid of what you need. That's where it starts. Is you need to feel safe and secure, and you need, most people want to have like sex secured. Then we need confidence and love, and to speak and communicate with others and share our ideas, and to see things like from different perspectives, and intuition, and then clear knowing and understanding from spirit and all of that. But like, obviously, if it got broken or fucked up, that's not a good idea to keep around. So instead of pretending like I might fix it someday, because I don't even know how I would, I'm going to give it to Pachamama, and ask for support in manifesting all of those things. And there's a broken necklace too, which is like real silver. So giving that too as like a, here you go. Is this broken? It's all like tangled and shit, but that's it. Here you go. Don't need it. You can have it. Thank you for all that you do. And I'll probably do some other like little weird offerings. Salt purifies, cleanse. go. And yeah, I think that's it. Did I forget anything? Oh, I can look here for the comments. Can I see the why doesn't it show me the comments? Am I in there? Hello? Live chat. That's interesting. I'm not religious. My path has no religion, no set in stone certainty, unlike the psychic scientist, practical magic, and doctrine. I test everything. I couldn't teach or repeat something that didn't work. The mark of the what? Oh, you guys are having like a whole on freaking thing here. Yeah, so did anybody have any questions? I know there's a delay too, so it kind of takes a minute for people to be able to get response. I like the idea of burying the broken stuff. Yeah, it's good to get rid of that stuff, and you know, also like two birds and one stone type of thing. Like when I did that big cleansing out there with the spirits and shit, I have a huge selenite log that I gave, and then I had an old box, like a little keepsake box that was like full of stuff that was like that I trapped into that. I had a crystal that smoky quartz that I trapped all the bad shit in, and it was into that fucking thing. And the top of that box has a mirror, so it's like reflecting into itself. And then on top of that was the fucking selenite. And I'm like, just get the fuck out of here. But you don't want to keep that like in your home or around, so you want to bury it. And you know, it's just what I just do what I get guided to do, and I think that's what most people do. They wrote it down in a book, and someone else is like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that too. But you adopt and take what works and then leave what doesn't. In music, I'm seeing the little guy here with the guitar, and the fox here is like sly trickster energy. Sometimes we need to trick ourselves, or you know, get crafty with what we're doing. I got the dog, so support. The bee is like community, connecting with our community, support, helping each other. There's a chip out of this money here too, so I don't know. It's like chip away at this. Don't try to get all in one day. People think, oh, I want to win the lottery. Well, you're not going to keep it if you do, so you might as well go up the little stages that we need to go up, like slowly, to get there. Don't ask for everything, and even just asking for everything is like that gluttony thing. Like those things are. I'm not religious, but like just basic fucking human like common decency is like, yeah, don't be a glutton. Don't be weird. Don't like give it all right now. Like try to keep a little bit of stuff out. I'm gonna do that. Yes. Yeah. I find that when I just trust and go and do, it's like I have better results than trying to, even cooking. When I cook other people's recipes, it's not as good as if I had just done it, like based off of what I felt guided to do. 'Cause it's like I try to think too much when I'm using the measurements and shit. So the fourth house is the house of like our home, like our mom and everything. And then Scorpio, I think. It's either Scorpio or Virgo. I'm not sure what that is. The fourth house, what? Psychological foundations and roots. That Scorpio is penetration, intensity, sexual. And then that thingy is Saturn, responsibility, lessons, restrictions, time, and gravity. So I feel like we may have some different lessons, restrictions, time that they're working on at this time in connection to our roots, like where we've come from, like the psychological self, that and our deep thoughts, our mind, our ideas about stuff, the intensity, the sexual connections, the desires. So like where we've come from, our roots, our foundation, our home, right? That kind of impacts us a lot in regards to how we think and how we show up in our relationships and in relationship to ourselves, and just basically can come with a lot of lessons and things to release and let go and learn, instead of letting things be passed down and keeping those cycles going forever. Watching this for me was like witnessing wicking in church. I was raised by witchy parents that were publicly Catholic, yet I've never seen the dance in the tree line stereotypical ritual. Just do it your way or the way you're led. Yes. Okay, bedtime for me, night and night, all sweet dreams. Thank you for coming. And yeah, hopefully everybody's good. The Kundalini itself is a core among how many different religions. Yeah, I think that those things, like seeing the Kundalini everywhere, seeing the Tree of Life everywhere, seeing that there was a flood everywhere, seeing these fucking pyramids everywhere, like, it tells me like that a lot of the stuff that is in one place, like, is very clearly in other places. Jesus and Mary are fucking Isis and Osiris when you look at the details and actually study it. But everybody's school system teaches, like, whatever their thing is from their place that they live. So, like, the United States pushes its narrative, and, oh yeah, this is great about us. But then there's other places that push their own different versions of reality and stories and past and history. Venus is Aphrodite, and fucking everybody's got the same things going out of them. So it's like, who were the original dudes that we're talking about? Because definitely not fucking Jesus and Mary, because we know that there was people way before them. So who's the actual ones? We know, like, Isis and Osiris were pretty far back there, but I don't think they were the first ones. I think Sumerian, Nephilim, Anunnaki type of stuff was going on. This has been great. Thank you. I will be back to do it again next month. I'll set up an event, like, on the channel, and have a thing for people if they want to make a donation to be a part of it. It'll probably be a little different. I'll base it off of the energy, the moon. This is what I do. I go off of what is and what isn't, and what works and what doesn't for that day, or that week or month. It kind of just all comes together. So, yeah. Pick up the omniscient cross that followed me was Jesus teaching palmistry. Venus marks in the tribe of Israel. The 12 tribes of the 12 zodiac signs. 13 with the judge daughter added. Hey, who's the judge daughter? Is that what's her name? Sarah Magdalene? So I had a couple different people tell me, like medium people, like, and it was around the same time. It was like back when I first started doing this. They were like, hey, you were like Sarah Magdalene in a past life. And I'm like, who? And it's Jesus and Mary's daughter, supposedly. And it was just one of those weird things that, like, for two different people to say it, it was like, okay, it caught my attention, because it's a random thing that I don't even know who they are, you know, for somebody to be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how do you know who that is? Not a lot of people even have heard of her, but most people feel a resonance to, like, oh, I feel like I was Jesus, or I feel like I was Mary, or I feel like I was Isis, or they just have a deeper connection to those guides. But then I get like, hey, you were Sarah, and I'm like, okay. I've always had a connection with Bridget because the name. And when I was growing up, there was a church down the street called St. Bridget's Church, and every time we went by it, my mother was like, there's your church, there's your church. So I was like, oh, all right, I guess that's my church. But when I learned about St. Bridget, or the goddess Bridget, who's two in the same, because the freaking religion came, and they were like, she was so loved by everybody, they couldn't just X her out like they wanted to, so they made her a saint. That way she could be part of the Christian thing. But she was like poetry, smithcraft, bees, and I've always had, like, my mother has always given me bees, tons of bee stuff my whole life, and people call me Bee for short. Shamanic stuff, like, she's like connected to all these things that I do, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And I find 4-leaf clovers everywhere I go since I was little, and they were like, oh, wherever she walked, they said clovers grew where she walked. And everywhere I've gone, I've found 4-leaf clovers. And when I lived with my ex for a little while at his parents' house, his mother came out to, like, the yard one day where I was always at and was like, where the fuck do all these clovers come from? I'm like, sorry. So, but there's weird little, like, synchronicities like that kind of, like, tie to it that give you that, like, And I don't think it's that I was her or I am her. I think we have imprints. Names are important. What your name is, it carries a frequency. Your birthday is a frequency. The zodiac is a frequency, but the zodiac is a frequency based off of the moon and the this and the that. So my moon is Taurus. My moon is Capricorn, but my sun is Taurus. But I can see how I am with those, and then like we have other people totally different, and they're influenced by other planets. But I definitely think we come like pre-programmed, and they kind of show up like, oh, what was the test and tribulations and the bullshit that this one went through? If you have that name and that date or that time or something connected, could even just be DNA, genetics, history, all of that, you're probably going to experience similar things. I feel like I've learned so much. Awesome. Birth stars repeat. People don't, is my finding on the topic. Everyone can change the destiny of their birth stars through palmistry. You can change. Yeah, I think we're creators of our own reality, but I do feel like we have a lot of recurring things. Like, I've seen stuff play out, like, boom, 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 directly, exactly. I've seen how me, just being me, living my life, impacted my sister in a way that, like, she did the exact same thing. And a lot of things I did after I saw what my mother did. And it's, like, in there on different levels. And I definitely feel like a lot of us are here to break those generational fucking repeats. But being aware of them, first of all, is a good idea. Horus and Jesus have the same birth stars. Starts with a D. Huh? Hello. Alright. So, yeah. If anybody is just coming in now, this is going to be here for replay. If you watch this in the next couple of days, or you want to do what I've done here in the next couple of days, go ahead. If you want to do a version of what I've done in the next couple of days, you can do that. The moon, they say, on the full moon, it's that most powerful time, but you don't have to do that. Journaling, there's journal prompts like, what is holding me back? What belief is holding me back? How can I overcome this? Do automatic writing, do some energetic stuff, but I'm going to post this so everybody can see what I've done, and they can, do that themselves. You can add intentions. Next time I come around to do this, be next month, and there'll be that energies for that one. I don't know exactly what it will be yet, but it will be something. And yeah, if you missed anything, or if you saw something from earlier and you want me to, send you something, or you want to talk about something about the products and things, I have a bunch of crystals and things that I showed earlier, but other stuff's getting put up this week too. I started posting them again. I met a friend who was in the Navy and experienced joining the Navy. My dreams actually did it for multiple nights. I also was able to see that his mind drifts every 7 seconds. Some call this a... It's okay, Tammy. You didn't really miss it. It will be published, and you can watch it then, and just act like you're there. Whenever you watch a replay of a live, imagine you're there. Whatever you're trying to do in general, imagine you've already done it. Put yourself into that place. If I've already done it, I've got it. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm here. I'm in that vibration. Try to own it as much as you can. Visualize it. Feel it. Allow it. And then trust it. And it does work. And we can also block ourselves just as quickly, or watch it go away just as quickly based off of the vibration or the thoughts or the fears. I have a great time manifesting everything, good and bad. But being on top of it so we don't do the bad is better. You're welcome. An empathic experience is very easy to confuse as past life experiences. Yeah. I've had specific retrieval work done. I've had specific past life doing that specifically, setting that intention, going there through, the induction back and taking the time out, not just a dream randomly, or not just a feeling a little bit, taking the right route there. Dolores Cannon, she was a hypnotist of people, and I think it's kind of weird that she was able to collect all this information from all these different people that basically said the same fucking thing about everything, which that is what, to me, helps me accept stuff a little bit more. It's like, all right, well, it's kind of random that like 12,000 people all think the same way or feel the same way. Not always in every instance, but I feel there's the right way to do stuff and the wrong way. And sometimes we just know things. I had a lot of weird shit as a kid that I turned off, then brought back. But I had a recurring dream when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it was Atlantis, and just a lot of weird synchronicity about that that's always come back up. And how I'm guided is I just know. They give me a knowing, and I know, and I say it, and it's like, yes, oh my God, and da 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 da. And I don't doubt it anymore because I know that, like, I've been right for so many times that it's like when it comes, I just trust it and speak on it. And it's like, it's not being like, oh, I'm just so awesome. It's like, that's just what it is. I can't help it. I wish I knew how. I know, because I would be a lot more able to do and trust, but, you know, it happens. Oh, God. What? A friend of mine was able to astral project into my shower as a visible demon just to make urine run down. What? Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Anybody that didn't hear this part, there's Awaken the Healer, and I'm going to put that up there, like, as a meme somewhere, either on my, I'll put one on the community board and on my Instagram and Facebook, but again, it was just like a thing to recite during the day, and then at night, like, you know, so today, we say part of it, and then tomorrow when you wake up, you say the next part of it. So, I awaken this, no, today I lovingly release all anger, guilt, and judgment that I have directed towards myself or others. It is now safe for me to move past and beyond all negative and limited thinking and move into the healing power of my unconditional love for myself and others. And then tomorrow, I awaken this morning to greater, deeper expressions of self-love. I am totally at peace within, and I allow the healing power of self-love to create health, wealth, prosperity, and happiness in my life now. So I will put that out there so people can say the first part tonight, the next part tomorrow. That awakens that healer energy within you. And you can always do your own, whatever you want. This is a PM prayer. As I sleep tonight, I am bathed in the healing power of self-love. I allow my thoughts to be free tonight as I become one with the infinite force within. I am powerful, and I now use this power to heal all of my life. So I will put those up for you guys. These I'm going to let finish out, and I think that's it. I buried these, and we're good. So thank you guys for coming. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay. Yeah. Awesome sauce. Thank you guys very much. I will be back in a couple of days with something else. And then next month's for the other moon. And Renee, namaste.